Oh, I forgot. Hi there.
Okay, everybody. This is MoveEasy Yoga. It's June 15th, 2021. We're going to start lying on our backs, supine, knees bent. Maybe your bent knees are up on a chair or a couch. And just resting and coming home to your mat. Watching your breath, not trying to change it. Feeling the support that you're getting from the floor, from your breath, from the air around you. I am a student of my body. I am curious about my body and my breath. Take 2 more breaths. Bring your hands behind your head. Vagus nerve reset. Without moving anything else but your eyeballs, shift your eyeballs to the right and wait for a sigh, yawn, swallow, or gulp. Come back to center. Shift your eyeballs to the left. Don't move anything else. Your eyes can be open or closed. Wait for a sigh, swallow, yawn, or gulp. Come back to the center and do this 2 more sets, right, left, without my cueing. And when you're finished, we're going to go to breath work. Today, Viloma breathing. So stay in the same position you were. You can bring your arms down by your side or on your belly. And divide your inhale into 3 parts and pause after each, 3 little inhales. Pause, inhale number 2. Pause, inhale number 3. And then exhale all the way out. And let's stay here and do about 5 more of those. And the last breath. And now we're going to do something new. It's not new, but it's new to you. This helps to activate the gut, among other things. It's one of the 3 I think it's pronounced Don 10, not sure. 3 places, energy places in the body that's recognized in the East. I want you to put your right hand, the fingertips of your right hand, press into an area that's in the middle between your belly button and your pubic bone. So below the navel, about 1 inch or 2, just press in, and then with your fingers on your right hand, and then put the left hand over the fingers of the right hand. And just stay here for about 60 seconds. And now stay there with your right hand, but bring your left hand, the fingertips of your left hand above to your face, below your nose and above your lips, your upper lips, and tap while you're still pressing. And then you do this for about 30 seconds. Just tap with your left hand while you're still pressing into this energy field on your right, with your right hand. And stop. We're going to do it again. Just wiggle your fingers a little bit before you do. We're going to do this again. Let me do my timer better. Okay, so put the fingertips of your right hand in the middle, just below your navel, between your navel and your pubic bone, and press, and have the other hand fingertips on top of the left fingertips on top of the right fingertips. Press in. And breathe. Now go ahead and bring your left hand up to your mouth, your face, and tap. The right hand is still pressing into that energy field. It's below your navel. Don't press too hard. Shouldn't feel any effort in your arm. So this is designed to balance the gut. If you have any gut issues, you might want to try to do that 3 or 4 times a day, actually. Now, what's next? We're going to do head ramping. So I'm liking to use the therapy ball or the sponge ball under my head and you glide over that. So if you'd like to do that too, go ahead and put the sponge ball underneath, or you could just put your hands back there. The idea is to press the back of your skull, the occipital ridge, press that into the ball. And wait. And release. And repeat. If you'd like to, you can put your arms up in a cactus if they will go that way. This opens the chest and actually does some other things in addition to the head ramping. Let's call this number 3. And 4. And 5. And last one, 6. Now we're going to do the classic hypopressive. So stay in this position, but heels on the floor, toes toward the ceiling. Bring your arms up overhead as if you're hugging a tree, but then flip your palms and press the palms toward the ceiling and the scapula towards the floor. Three breaths, and then holding the breath out for a count of 15. So first breath, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale. All the way out. Holding your breath out, no breath. 1, 2, stay as long as you can. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And inhale and exhale. Bring your arms down for a minute. Extend your legs. Cross your right ankle over your left. You can still dorsiflex your feet while your legs are straight. Bring your arms up over just exactly where they were. And then stack. So left hand on top of right. And then bring your arms overhead. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale. No breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and release and switch sides. Start all over again. Left ankle over right, dorsiflex feet, toes a little towards your nose, arms up. The right hand stacked on the left, and then bring your arms overhead. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale all the way out, big empty. Hold your breath out, no breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Go ahead and release all of that. And come up to a floor-seated position. We're going to start with just a side bend, floor-seated side bend, so that we can get a side bend out of the way. If we don't do a side bend in a class, I recommend you do it some other time during the day. Side bend. Just run your right arm along the mat, left arm up and over. Let me get my timing straight here. Just go ahead and breathe and enjoy the stretch. Keep your both hips, both buttocks on the floor, both butt cheeks on the floor. Your head could be going from side to side, nodding. This is a nice chance to add some neck work here, or just stay there. And now bring your elbow forward for the last half of the pose. And then bring your elbow up and bring your torso up and switch sides. You can switch the legs, cross of your legs as well. Left hand along the mat, right arm up and over. And just stay here and breathe. And then bring your elbow forward. And a little bit different stretch in the armpit. And bring your elbow up and bring your entire body up. We're going to do a spine twist also, and you can switch the cross of your legs again. Left hand on right knee, right arm behind you, spider fingers. Find and maintain a spine twist, a spinal rotation at the upper back, thorax. And then once you maintain that, if you'd like to, you can add a rib cage slide. Just sliding your rib cage back and forth, trying not to use your upper trapezius or your shoulders. Just helping to open up the upper back. Slowly unravel, go to the other side, right arm, right hand, left knee, left arm behind you, spider fingers, finding a spinal rotation, sit tall. And once you find and maintain that, if you'd like to, you can add rib cage slide. Your head, your chin can look straight forward. It can look over your shoulder, over your left shoulder. And come on back. We're going to do stacked knees. So unravel your knees and drop one. Both of the knees are coming forward as much as you can. And Caitlin, you want to demonstrate what you do on this one? I don't know. She uses a strap to help her do this. I think it's pretty interesting. We're going to do stacked knees. I don't know. Oh, there she is. I'm going to pin Caitlin. And she's going to show us what she does.
Wait a minute.
Okay. Whoops. I'm waiting. I'm going to have, this is a new feature. I can have side-by-side pictures.
So I have a strap that has a buckle on it. That's the one I use. And I can't do what Kathy's doing because I just can't. So I've done this thing where I've wrapped my foot around just to keep my leg there. So that I can kind of get a quasi, whatever that lotus, whatever it's called.
The quasi stacked knee. It's an alternative stacked knee.
But you have to adjust, your strap and your leg, and you have to make it work for you. Because I can't hold it.
Okay.
I can't do that and my hands.
Right, now she has her hands free. And so this, you're going to bring your arms up in front of you. We're going to do that twisted wrist twist. Palms face each other first, and then the right hand comes up and over. Let's see. Oh, that's wrong. Let's see. Oh, the palms, you start with your palms back, the back of your palms together. Right hand comes up, over, clasp, and then go down. So you've clasped your fingers after you twisted your wrists, and then everything goes down, 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 and then finally up towards the chin. And we're going to stay here for 40 seconds in this wrist twisting. So you're stacking your knees. This is a whole body movement, basically, because you're working on wrists and shoulders, and then you're working on hips and knees. Just stay here and breathe and sit as tall as you can. And good posture. So opening, you may want to try to feel an opening in the chest, and then the scapula coming towards each other. Although the placement of your wrist is going to inhibit that somewhat. And come on out of this. And unravel both your wrists and your knees. Switch to the other side.
I don't need a demo anymore, right?
No, you don't have to.
Okay.
I'm going to unspotlight you too. Remove the spotlight. Okay. So bring your arms out in front of you again.
Good job.
Nice alternative,
Yeah.
And then left hand goes up, over, clasp the other hand, and then bring your wrists down toward your knees, toward your chest, and then up toward your chin. Your elbows will drop. Stay here. Nice wrist twist. I like the stacked knees I think it's a great position. It's difficult for a lot of people. Caitlin showed us an alternative that makes it more available. It's good because it opens up the hips. If you have SI joint issues, or if you have sciatica, the stacked knee position is a go-to. This would be the first thing I'd try with my students and clients. And go ahead and unravel all of that. And just go back to any cross-legged position. You can cross-legged, or you can do a Z. Why don't you demonstrate a Z, Kathy? So one knee comes forward, the other knee is behind. And we're just going to do a twisted prayer pose is what I'm calling this. Bring your hands up into prayer, and then take your right hand and bring it forward, fingers forward and down. And now press. This is so simple, but it's a really nice wrist and finger exercise. I'm just going to stay here. We'll do both sides. You can be in some other floor-seated position. You want to put a little pressure on this to create more of a stretch of the wrist. Okay, go ahead and rest. Come out of it, shake your hands and switch your legs. And then come to the other side. So prayer pose. The fingers of the left hand go forward, twist downward, and then you find that it's kind of a Z too. Prayer Z. And press and sit up straight if you can, or as straight as you can. And slowly come out of that. We're going to do a series for the fingers and the forearm. We're going to need a set of therapy balls in a tote at first. You're going to need, you could use a brick or a stack of bricks for this. Hold on, I'm going to get some bricks for myself. So find your best floor-seated position, your favorite one, or your least favorite that you know does the most for you, either one. And we're going to do, oops, isn't that interesting? Forearm meltdown with wrists. So Kathy's put a brick underneath her balls. Hold on. Kathy, go ahead and cue this because I have to go get that doorbell and I'll be back.
So what we're doing is we're putting our wrist on the ball and we're just rolling forward and rolling backward. With gentle pressure. So your arm is right between the balls. And if you want, you can rotate your arm as well. It's back and forth from the wrist to the elbow if you can. I have to move my ball to do that. So just back and forth.
Okay, I'm back. This is really just an exploration. So if you find a place that you really like, you can spend some time there.
Mhm.
Can you use different size balls or is it always the small ones?
No, I'm using big ones.
Whatever's comfortable for you, I would imagine.
Whatever you have or whatever you choose, either one. I'll go all the way up to the elbow. You'll feel there's something nice that happens up to the elbow and then all the way back to the wrist.
Yeah, my brick isn't quite long enough for that.
Oh, and then you can go ahead and start to do a rotation at the of the forearm as you're moving, as you're making this movement. So it becomes a little more, there's a little more movement to it as you rotate your wrist and your forearm. Sometimes it's on the back, sometimes it's on the front, the forearm, front facing down, sometimes at the back. If you work on a computer a lot, you might want to do this a lot. Because like when I get to my elbow, it's like, oh, well, that doesn't feel so good, but maybe I should be there, spending some time there. And I work a lot on a computer. Let's go ahead and do this on the other side. So just switch your bricks, switch your balls, spend some time loving your forearm. I'm kneeling because I like kneeling, but a lot of people don't like it. Well, it's not available to them. It hurts their knees, it hurts their hips. So I'm
Many years of Catholic school.
right. That may be another reason, a good reason to not to like it. Now my elbow doesn't hurt in the same way on my left. I'm sure that's because I use mostly, I'm right dominant. I'm going to go ahead and start rotating or twisting. Sometimes when you're rolling, the back of the hand, of the forearm is down, facing the floor. Sometimes the front, sometimes in between. Just keep breathing. And if you find a place that needs your loving attention, you can just stay there. Just a couple more times. Keep breathing and allowing a release here. If you hold your breath, a lot less happens. Maybe nothing happens. Switch to the other side. We're going to take your ball out of the bag, one ball out of the bag. We're going to do a thumb split compression. So using either your big ball or your little ball, you're literally wrapping your thumb and your forefinger around the ball and pressing into the ball. So it's just your forefinger and your thumb. Yes, pressing into the ball and waiting. Breathing. And now you can grab onto the ball with those two fingers, the forefinger and the thumb, and see how that feels. So it's a little different. And we're going to stay on this side and just come down, roll the ball forward so that you're now, the ball is right underneath your palm, the base of your palm. And do a little massage rolling there. It's really more intuitive than instruct. I don't need to instruct you exactly. Just roll around on your palm. You can roll on the palm. You can roll on the base of the palm. You can roll towards your wrist. Just trying, as I'm doing this, I'm actually releasing. I can feel some release of my cervical vertebra. So it's all connected. You can imagine that this would be something you could do while you were doing something else, watching TV. I mean, it comes to mind, but Zooming. And if your wrists and your wrists and your forearm is starting to hurt you from computer work, this is definitely something I'd be doing. Well, now I'm saying that, I hear myself saying that. I'm like my own mother. Do that. Remember to do that the next time your wrist hurts. Start on the other side. Let's switch to the other side. And now just the thumb and forefinger. You're going to have the ball underneath that webbing that is between the thumb and the forefinger, and just press. Wait. And then whenever you're ready, grab or grip the ball with your thumb and your forefinger. And now roll down to the palm and start your massage, or an exploration of both the palm and the base of the palm, closer to the wrist. And you can actually also, I'm massaging the base of the thumb as well. If you're losing your ability to grip bottles, lids, some of this work is going to help. The work we're doing today will help. Finish that up. And continue in a floor seated position. You may want to either switch the cross of your legs or switch the floor seated position, because we've been on the floor a long time. But one of the things I think I teach all day, seated on the floor, English as a foreign language on Saturday and Sundays. And I think one of the saving grace of sitting on the floor is you can change your position. So sometimes I'm cross-legged, but sometimes I'm a stacked knee. Sometimes I'm on a Z. It's not like I'm in one position all day. Okay, we're gonna do finger spreads. So find Kathy's gonna count. I hope Kathy will count on this. Just find a comfortable seated position, and then your fingers, we're gonna do pairs of resistance, both wide and closed. So starting with your right hand, let's start on one side with the baby finger and the ring finger open, and press on the outside of that. And this is a resistance exercise. So we're gonna, let's time for, I guess a timer is useful here. Hold on, 10 seconds. Let's do 15 seconds. So time, we're gonna time on this. You're gonna go from, we're gonna create, I was gonna have Kathy count, but go ahead and who knows, we have a timer now. Just press. So start wide and press. And that was 15. That's good enough. And now stay there. Close the pair. And now press open. Try to open the pair into the fingers that are on the outside of the pair. Actually, when you get used to what I'm doing, you probably I won't have to say so many words. Second pair, open. Open, resist. Closed, second pair closed. Try to open. Stop. Third pair is middle finger and forefinger, open. And often I say, this is a dance, not a war, but treat this as a war. Do as much as you can for your fingers. Remind me, was that open? And now we have to do closed? Yes, close this pair and try to open it. Last pair, forefinger, thumb, open. Try to keep it open. And then closed and try to open it. Come on back. Stop that. Shake that hand. It should feel pretty good. And go to the other side. Starting with the pinky finger and the ring finger, open. Try to close it without any luck. This is not a moving resistance. This is just a resistance. Stop. The same pair, closed. Try to open it. Second pair, ring finger, middle finger, open. Keep it open. Try to keep it open. Okay, closed. Same pair, closed. Try to open it. And then go to the next pair, middle finger, forefinger, open. Try to keep it open. Closed, same pair. Try to open it. Last pair, forefinger, thumb, open. Try to close it. No luck. Can't do. Same pair, closed. Try to open. So if you want to do this by yourself, I did a 15-minute time. 15 seconds, sorry, not minute.
15 seconds, yeah.
Yeah. And stop. Shake your hands, shake that hand, shake the other hand. Grab a piece of paper. This time, we're going to do pairs again. Let's start with the forefinger and the thumb on the right hand. And you're going to just pull, we're going to do it for 10, not 15. All you're going to do is pull with the paper between those fingers. So the paper on the right hand between the thumb and the forefinger. Pull with the other hand, 10 seconds. Pull, pull, pull. This is another kind of resistance. It focuses on a different set of muscles in the fingers and the wrists. Next one, forefinger, ring finger, pull. Squeeze, so you're squeezing it. It doesn't leave, you don't pull it out. You just create, this is just another resistance. The next fingers pair, ring finger and middle finger, pull. This feels like the weakest of my pairs so far. And last pair, baby finger, ring finger, pull. Switch sides, left hand, forefinger, thumb, pull, grasp the paper, pull. Next pair, forefinger, ring finger, no, middle finger, sorry. Start, grasp, grab, and pull. Next pair, middle finger, ring finger. Yeah, this is my weakest pair on both sides. And release, and go to the last pair. Ring finger, pinky finger, squeeze, grab, pull. And come on back. Shake your hands and fingers and come up into a quadruped position. We're going to do some wrist stretches in this position. We're going to do first fingers and then the palm on the floor. First, just the fingers. So you're starting with knees on your knees and your hands and knees, quadruped. And then take your right hand and take the fingers and press behind you. So they're facing your knee. And I want you to be up on your fingers first to work on fingers, and then you'll drop to the palms to work on the palms. So up, and then come forward. You're going to rock back and forth, forward and back, forward and back. And let's just do this a couple more times. See how far you can come back. You just notice if you drop your hips, you're going to get a bigger stretch. But just do what you can. And now drop the palm. So your palm is on the floor. This is an even deeper stretch. And maybe the rock is going to be a little smaller, a little less a backward movement. At least it is for me. Back and forth for about 5 or 6 times. And now go ahead and shake that hand and turn it to the ordinary position, and then turn the fingers of the left hand toward the knee. If you have trouble with this because you have wrist trouble, you might want to do this with your hands on a mobility strip or a small rolled up towel. Anyway, fingers only first. So it's like a spider fingers. And then now you're going to drop back. So you're going to forward and back and forth. And go ahead and drop your palm. So this is a totally different stretch, and probably you'll feel it differently. And just a couple more times. And then just drop back into a kneeling position so that you can shake your hands. And I want you to take your hands and take them up all the way up overhead. Shake, 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 and stop shaking. Feel the energy that happens. And then bring your hands to your lap, find your way onto your back for Yoga Nidra meditation closing. Let's find your most comfortable position. You could have your bent knees up on a chair. You could cover yourself with a blanket. This is 61-point guided meditation, Yoga Nidra, starting by paying attention to your breath, watching the belly rise and fall as you breathe in and out. And now bring your awareness and your attention to the center of your eyebrows, center of your throat, right shoulder, elbow, wrist, right thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, right wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, left shoulder, elbow, wrist, left thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, left wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, spiritual heart center, right side of your chest, heart center, left side of your chest, heart center, navel center, center of your pelvis, right hip, knee, ankle, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, right ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, left hip, knee, ankle, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, left ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, navel center, heart center, center of your throat, center of your eyebrows. This completes Yoga Nidra, 61-point guided meditation. Go ahead and come back, extend your legs. And then start to wiggle and stretch. Come back into the room, focusing on your entire body. Wiggling and stretching. Arms overhead, feet along the floor, legs along the floor. And then wiggle your fingers and your toes. Wrists, and circle your wrists and your ankles. And hug your right knee into your chest. And then your left knee. And hug both knees into your chest. And rock from side to side. And then whenever you're ready, roll all the way over onto one side, using your bottom arm as a pillow. And use your top arm, press your hand into the floor to bring yourself up to seated. Try not to round your back as you come up. I'm going to remove the spotlight. I'm going to put myself on gallery view. I suggest that for you also. And let's go ahead and sit in a comfortable floor-seated position. And bring your hands into prayer pose. Pressing, pressing, pressing. See if you can find your scapula by pressing your hands together. And then go ahead and release that into a softer prayer pose. So you can lift your skull away from your shoulders and nod the skull forward. Keep your cervical spine straight. Skull rolls over the cervical spine. Nodding, bowing. Noticing, acknowledging, and honoring the light in each of us. And knowing that we're all one light. We're going to close the class by saying to each other, Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.